BBQ Bourbon and Blues with the Word Brothers. And today I have a real special guest for you. I have Mike McCloud. Now, Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know a little bit with your judging method and World Food Championships.
First of all, I'm a bourbon fan, and I'm a barbecue fan, and I'm a blues fan.
Oh, well.
So let's get that on record real quick. But I'm also a championship food fan. We run this major event every year called the World Food Championship. It has a barbecue category that's out of this world. We're here in Hermitage, Tennessee at Famous Days, qualifying 3 teams into the next World Food Championships. They got to enter ribs, chicken, and a wild card. We have no idea what they're going to enter. It's going to come on a silver platter. It could be a hogshead. It could be a bottle of bourbon. I don't know. but it's going to be good. I can promise you that.
Well, which one would get the okay from you, the hogshead or the bottle of bourbon?
I'm going to leave that as a sealed answer. That'll be in the sealed envelope.
All right. Just since you're a lover of barbecue, what do you like? Is pork or beef? If you had a choice, you could have one.
Man, that's a tough question.
Which one would it be?
The first thing I would have to qualify that with is who's making it. Because when you talk about championship ribs, it doesn't matter if it's beef, pork, chicken, whatever it is. It's going to be fantastic. And that's what we have here today, 10 wonderful award-winning pitmasters. But I think most of the time I go pork.
Pork?
Yeah, most of the time.
All right. Well, again, folks, we have Mike McCloud with us. I don't want to take up too much of his time because I know he's busy today. So, Mike, it's great doing the interview with you.
My honor.
All right, you guys get out there and check out those World Food Championships. You can catch it on TV. All right, so get out there and support. If it's in your city and you can go to the event, go. All right, catch you later. BBQ Bourbon and Blues. Thank you so much.
I am.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of BBQ Bourbon and Blues. And I am standing right here today. I'm honored with one of my Pearl Cohn Firebirds for life family.
That's right.
He's also Mr. Basketball, the SEC Player of the Year.
Yes, sir.
Ron Slade.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
all the accolades.
Yes,
man. Next
sir.
time, though, y'all gotta have some bourbon right here for me to test while we're doing the interview, you know?
Hey, well, listen, man. This what I'm gonna do. I want to get you and I want to get Moan to come over to the crib.
Okay.
Be on the show.
Okay.
And we gonna do some bourbon tasting. Make sure we got plenty of bourbon to do bourbon tasting.
All right.
We gonna smoke some cigars.
That's a good time.
And we gonna eat some good barbecue.
That's a great time.
Here's what I'm saying. I know you put people in the boom boom room.
Without question. Without question.
This is not the boom boom room, but we're gonna do something like it.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So, who's the better cook, man? You or your partner Ramon? When it comes to grilling.
See, now the problem is, man, we both got our specialties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm more the wing guy. You know,
Yeah.
chicken and that's my area. The
Yeah.
steaks and steaks and I'd say he got the steaks. You know what I mean? Probably hands
steaks.
down. Yeah. Then he got a little blue cheese crumble that he like to put on and kind of take it to a different level.
Yeah.
The ribs. We might have to fight over that one. You know what I mean? I'm going to say I'm the ribs, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to glaze them, you know what I mean? Do my thing. Might wrap them in the foil to put the cheat code on it. But, you know, other than that, man, I think the ribs is my thing, you know? So.
Yeah.
But he get down, though. He get down.
Because I done seen you on, we be on Facebook, man, and you be running 2-3 grills at a time.
That's
I
right.
be running ready to
That's
hit
right.
you up, be like, hey, man, I'm going to pull up with the big smoke and we going to register it.
There it is right there. There it
Yeah.
is right there. Yeah. But that's the thing. That's the thing, man. If you got time to do it, ain't nothing like grilling in the world, man. So that's a good fun time for me.
Yeah. All right, now, when it comes to bourbon, what would be your favorite bourbon? Let me throw a couple out there.
Okay.
If I had let's say I had Willet. Let's say I had a Willet down. You had Willet, I'm sure. And I had a Weller. And I had, let's say, a Blanton's and a Pappy.
Oh,
Which one you gonna grab first?
yeah. So I'm probably gonna I'm gonna get the Pappas just cause it's Pappas. I'm gonna hit that just on the strength, but I'm gonna only take a little sip of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to touch that Willard too. That's you know what I mean. And anytime you in the mix, you gotta have it. My drinker though is gonna be the Blandings. I'm gonna go with the Blandings and give me a nice full glass and you know, I mean, sip on that throughout the night. You know, what I mean? That's my go-to. That E.H. Taylor. You know what I mean?
Colonel, man.
Man, Colonel different, ain't it, man?
Yeah, his little
Colonel different, man. Yeah.
Junior.
Yeah. See? Facts, man. But hey, you really can't go wrong with none of them, man, that list, man. But that Pappas, man, that Pappas. And I figured out with that Pappas, you gotta open it up and let it breathe a little bit, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think we hit it the first time straight off. And it was like, God, it was too strong. You know what I'm saying? So then we, you know, came back, let it breathe, and then hit it was different.
All right. Now let me ask you this, man. Now when you out, now I heard you talking barbecue the other day.
Yeah.
And you said you were disappointed in North Carolina.
Most definitely.
You know, I was watching the replay because I was at work when you
Right.
know, and I got off and I said, well, I got to go back and listen, you know, because I like listening to y'all on
Right.
104.5 and y'all be tripping.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him honest on that. Yeah.
So what? I don't want you. Yes, I do. What was the place where you got the barbecue from?
Hey man, so I can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to, cause my partner paid for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him up though, and I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna give you the name, and I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but
Yeah.
I will say though, being here today, it's a vendor out there that came back with some Carolina. It was South Carolina though.
Yeah.
And I could taste it immediately, and it was a totally different. So I don't know what I had in North Carolina. I don't know what y'all doing in North Carolina, but y'all better get it together, because South Carolina got y'all beat right now. If I got to go to the Carolinas, I'm going to South Carolina. You hear me? Ain't messing with no North Carolina. They ain't got nothing but Michael Jordan. That's it. But it was good though, man. You know what I mean? They redeemed themselves today.
Yeah.
Redeemed themselves.
Yeah, that's why I was like, man, because I know we compete, so
Right.
you know,
Right.
we all over the place.
Yeah.
I usually have some pretty good barbecue in North Carolina.
So I went to it. He told me, my partner did tell me, it was a spot that if I want to try it, he was going to take me to, but it was like 45 minutes where we from.
Okay.
And he was like, we got one that's a chain, you know, so we go try them out. It was cool. It was just not that day. You know what I mean? You know, it's just not that day, not for me. And I was starving too. I was fresh off a flight. I've been drinking all night, so you know I needed something to coat me.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was cool though.
Well, that's all I got, man. I ain't gonna take up too much of your time.
All right.
We're gonna do this again on the show.
Say no more.
I'll hit you up.
There it is.
And we'll get there and
Love it.
smoke them cigars,
There it is,
drink
baby.
some bourbon.
Firebirds, baby. You know
That's
what
right.
it is.
You know what it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Involved for life.
Hey,
Bond,
believe
sleep. All right, we'll catch you next time. All right. I'll hit you up. That's my dad.
I already know. I know still working it. I don't cut it off. I'm gonna stay right down. You don't cut it off.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to BBQ Bourbon and Blues with the Word Brothers, and I'm here today with a great person. If you didn't know, when you go out and eat, you go to Famous Dave's. It's a good barbecue. Guess what? I'm sitting here with Mr. Dave.
Hey y'all, welcome to Famous Dave's.
Yeah.
We are smoking it up today.
Oh yeah. So let me ask you, how did you come up with the concept to open restaurants and make this great barbecue that you do?
Well, I did. I grew up in a barbecue loving family. My dad's from Idabel, Oklahoma. That's where the Southern comes from. And I can remember as early as 1959 on the south side of Chicago getting rib tips. So as far as long as I can remember, I've always been about real pit wood smoked barbecue.
Okay. All right, so what's your favorite wood to smoke with, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I don't care. I smoke with anything. Oak, hickory, pecan, apple, cherry, it all works.
That's right. That's right. And I agree. Now, let me ask you this, Mr. Dave. If you were, let's say you were out and someone said you could either have beef or you could have pork for a week, which one would you choose? Which one would be the king to you?
Oh, I don't know. You got kids?
Yes, sir.
How many?
Just one son right now.
Oh, I always ask guys with kids, so let me ask you, which kid do you like? Some days you like one better than the other. Some days you like that one better than the other.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
To me, it's all good. It's all good. Just got to do it right. You got to do it with wood. If it ain't got no wood, it ain't no good.
That's right. And low and slow is the way to go. Do you agree with that?
I agree. The lower and slower you go, it renders out the fat, and that's what makes your meat tender.
Now, did you compete at any time?
I competed for about 20 years.
20 years.
Won a lot of money and won a lot of awards.
Now, did you?
But we didn't do KCBS. We were doing what was called river events, where we had to feed like 10,000 people a day, and the judges would come by, they'd look in your smoker, and they'd say, I want that rack of ribs and that rack of ribs.
Really?
And then you get people's choice. So those are the type of rib events I competed in.
Oh man, that sounds like fun. A lot of work. Sounds like a lot of work.
A lot of work. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Wow. Well, I'm not going to take up too much of your time, Mr. Dave. I really appreciate you taking this time out to be on this interview with me. And you keep on, with the company, keep on pumping out this great barbecue, because I love it personally.
And may you always be surrounded by good friends and great tasting barbecue.
All right. Well, there you go. BBQ Bourbon and Blues with the Word Brothers. He's still mad at me.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, how y'all doing today? We're back with BBQ Bourbon and Blues. We're out here at Famous Days here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm with my guys here from Atomic City Smokers. Now, where are you guys from?
We're out of North Augusta, South Carolina.
North Augusta, South Carolina.
That's right.
So this is gonna be some real barbecue talk right here, okay?
Absolutely, you bet.
Yeah. So, first of all, I wanna ask, how did you get into barbecue?
I started young when my dad was teaching me on the old Weber charcoal grill.
Oh yeah.
Way back in the day when I was my son's age. My son's 9, so about 30 years ago is when I started on the grill, and I just kind of kept building and building and building. And next thing you know, here we are at Famous Days.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. Now, South Carolina is known for its mustard-based sauce.
It is.
It's sort of different regions of South Carolina. Is that how that goes?
You know, you're going to get some vinegar. You're going to get some mustard base. Now, if you get a little closer to Georgia, you might even get some tomato-based sauce too. So you might get all three. If you get closer down to Charleston, you're going to get a lot of whole hog.
Yeah.
Whole hog's a big thing in South Carolina.
Oh man, I love me some whole hogs.
I betcha, yes sir.
All right, so you do the whole hogs as well?
We do the whole hogs as well. We haven't done a competition yet with them, but we've done a few in the backyard just to have fun, have some family over, some friends over.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's a different kind of a different experience than
Yeah.
cooking out here. You know, it's much different. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let me ask you, man, when it comes to barbecue, beef or pork, which one do you think is the key?
Beef.
And why is that?
I'm gonna tell you why, because everybody likes pork, everybody likes to cook pork, but it's hard to cook brisket. It's hard to cook beef. It's one of those things. When you think of barbecue, a lot of people think of pork, but when I think of barbecue, I think of some Texas barbecue. You know, some salt, some pepper, a little bit of garlic, some brisket. But that's what I like about it is it is a challenge to cook a brisket. A lot of people are intimidated by it. So for me, it's beef all the way.
All right, well you heard it right here from South Carolina's own Atomic City Smokers, right? Yeah, Atomic City
That's right,
Smokers.
Atomic City Smokers.
Hey, you guys, if you're out on the competition trail and you see Atomic City Smokers, stop by, give them a holler, and cheer them on, all right?
Yes,
all right,
sir.
and you said you had a barbecue podcast as well?
We do. Barbecue for newbies. BBQ, the number 4, newbies.
All right, so there you have it. BBQ Bourbon and Blues, Atomic City Smokers. We out of here.
Thanks, brother. That was fun, man.
All right, here we're back at BBQ Bourbon and Blues with the Word Brothers, and I am standing here with Janky Leg BBQ out of Southern Illinois, correct?
Yep.
All right, so how long have you been competing?
We started in 2018, and we started out about like anybody else, you know, backyard cooking, hang out with buddies, drink a few beers. Anyway, we started out, me and my wife, and just kind of our first competition. The team name comes from our very first competition. We had a smoker, big custom, you know, homemade smoker, smoked from every orifice except the stack. But we pushed it off of a utility trailer at 3:30 in the morning, and the front legs snapped completely up. Went tumbling down the trailer. So all of us just looking at each other like. So me and 3 guys picked up about a 1,000-pound pit and put a cinder block under the leg and propped it up. So the whole day I'm cussing, ranting, and raving about how janky it is and terrible and all this. We ended up doing really well that pump, and I was like bit by the barbecue bug. So we drove home, and this thing just ragged me. My wife looked at me and she's like, I don't know, I think we should name the team name Janky Leg. And it stuck. So that's where we're at.
Well, hey, seems like it worked out for you,
so I
man.
guess we're going on our 5th year.
5th year?
Yep.
All right, so you're here in Nashville, Tennessee, man, and I know here we do a lot of pork. We do ribs and pork butts and anything pork, you know. And the beef is here, but it's not, you know, it's just now coming on strong here. So let me ask you, in your opinion, what's king, pork or beef, when it comes to smoking?
Smoking?
Yeah.
In my opinion,
I'm sorry if they are.
I feel like pork is a little more versatile. You know, it just depends on how you wanted to do it. I mean, I know some people that smoke off their ribs and then turn around and char them up, you know?
Yeah.
I know we compete every weekend in KCBS and travel, and fortunately this year, you know, our pork is taken off. I think we're top 5 in the world right now in pork.
Man, that's awesome.
So, man, it's hit or miss, you know. I guess if I was to just at home, if I was cooking it,
We actually have a mix of
I'm a beef eater.
Beef eater.
Tennessee Red and the original. We do.
And I guess truthfully, I mean, I don't even hardly eat barbecue at home. I grill, you know. I'd rather you do it every weekend. It gets to a point where it's just kind of like monotonous. I guess if you could change it up, you know, we do pork tacos and things of that nature, but a lot of times, man, we just give our friends.
Apple cherry pepper. So this
I hate to say it, throw it away. You know, we just barbecued out.
Yeah.
But we enjoy it, man.
Well, awesome, man. Now, I have a question for you, but that'll be off camera.
No, go ahead. I ain't splitting up. Go ahead.
Any tips that you could give the viewers about, you know, if they want to jump into the competition world, what they need to do?
Yeah, man. So the first thing I would suggest is you got it. It's about like anything. If you go out and you want to get good at basketball, you need to practice basketball. If anything that you look at, you got to invest some time into it. Competition side, you know, you could be the man in your backyard, and that's good. But if you want to get into a competition side, a lot of people today are extremely serious. Extremely. First thing I would suggest is there's a website, Facebook, whatever you want to call it, thebarbqleague.com. Top notch. There's some Shake and Bake, Tim Shear, and Getting Based at Brad Leininger actually run that. And they've helped people in the competition circuit tenfold. I mean, you can literally get on there, learn 4 categories, and top-notch cooks in the world are showing you step-by-step process. Chicken, ribs, pork, brisket. You could literally run their recipe and place in a competition. And people that don't know about that, I mean, it's $100 a year.
Yeah.
I think I told you before, you know, I heard somebody say it once, if you're into competition barbecue and you want to decide if you're cut out for it, take 10 grand, throw it in your backyard, light it on fire. If you're not pissed, you're cut out for barbecue. You know? And ever since I heard that, it's like stuck in my head, because we started out with an old, terrible pit, utility trailer, went to another trailer that was pretty nice, bought an RV, went to another trailer, and then turned around, and now we've got a pretty top-notch trailer. And the money that I've spent, I could just sit and think back to all the vacations I could have taken.
Yeah.
But I do like barbecue, man. You meet great people. I would say it's probably one of my biggest enjoyments.
Well, awesome, man. Well, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I really appreciate you taking the time out to speak with me.
Oh, anytime, man.
Really appreciate it, man. And I'll be looking for you out on the circuit. Maybe we can exchange numbers and talk some barbecue.
Right off, we get off camera, man. I can do whatever you like.
Yeah, so you heard it from Janky Leg BBQ.
Yep.
We catch you in a minute.
Take care.